Hi, I'm Jenna Kelly with the Green Girl Minute, and I am very excited to have Mike Eckhart here with me today. He is the Managing Director and Global Head of Environmental Finance at Citigroup. How are you doing?
I'm glad to be here. This is my third time at our day. I wish I'd come all 10 years.
Well, we'd love to hear about what you're doing in renewable energy at Citigroup and how you're moving that forward.
Well, I've been involved in, believe it or not, in renewable energy for 37 years. So I'm the last. I was the youngest guy in renewable energy in the 70s in 1976, and now I'm the oldest guy. I turned 65 on Wednesday. So I had my whole career in the power business, in and out of renewables, coal, gas, and even nuclear. And in 1995, I just said, I'm doing nothing but solar energy. Now, I did broaden back into renewables, but I really made a personal commitment to this almost 20 years ago. And went to India and Africa and Europe and Japan, and really got around the world involved in the evolution of policy for renewables. And that led to founding ACOR, the American Council on Renewable Energy, in 2001, and a 10-year run of that, of building a nonprofit. And then I wanted to get back into the finance side of things, where the action really is. What is the purpose of policy? To affect capital flow. And now, so we had the policies in place, now get back to the financings. And so I retired from ACOR and joined Citi, which was a member of ACOR. And the guys there just recruited me in and gave me this wonderful position. So now I work around the world with our bankers, serving clients, corporate clients, doing project financings, corporate financings, IPOs, M&A. And it's a great job.
And talk about more with ACOR and what the mission is and what you all are focusing on now.
Well, ACOR, the American Council on Renewable Energy, was founded because a great legislator in Germany, Hermann Scheer, who passed away 2 years ago, founded the World Council on Renewable Energy in 2001, asked me to chair it for the U.S. I came home, met with friends, said, what do we do? And we said, let's form an American Council on Renewable Energy. So it started as a side project, literally, and just immediately was successful. And what it is to bring all the players needed to make renewable energy successful together in one group. All the players, not just the manufacturers, but the lawyers and the bankers and even religion and other NGOs and all the different players in a positive. The founding slogan of ACOR is, or was and still is, that ACOR would be for renewable energy and against nothing. Other organizations fight the bad things. We were trying to move the renewable agenda forward. And it's interesting that this is the one time in society's history where social benefits require, as a means to the end, the formation of a successful, profitable industry to create those benefits. So we have to have, it's interesting that we have to have a successful industry before we can have clean air. We have to have a solar industry, a wind industry, a geothermal, and so on, storage and smart grid, and these are industries. And they have to be successful to deliver these benefits. It's a one time in history this has been the case. So that's ACOR's strategy, to bring all these players together and mobilize like a team, mobilize the team in a positive way.
And you're also focusing on national security, and at the Aspen Business Luncheon, you were talking this week about climate change, renewable energy, and security and how those all fit together. Just kind of sum up what you were talking about.
Well, there's two halves to this kind of thing. There's the why we're doing things. There's evil in the world, there's bad things going on, there's pollution, there's climate change, there's lots of reasons we're acting. And then there's the positive act, as I was saying, for ACOR. So all the motivations we have to do with a lot of negative things going on, which is climate change and environment, and the fact that when you fly here into Aspen and look down, you see haze all over the Rocky Mountains. That used to be over Los Angeles. Today it's around the entire world. It's shocking, really, what's happened in my lifetime in that regard. And then there's the opportunities. National security. If we're dependent on oil, we're all familiar with that. The terrorist actions against our electric grid. There's security issues involved in energy today. It's not just a sideline. It's right dead center in the security issues. And so when we're installing solar, when we're building a smart grid, when we're building resiliency into the grid, when we're doing biofuels, these things add to our national security, very definitely.
Well, thanks so much, Mike, for all the amazing work you've been doing for 30 plus years. Yeah. And you've really made a difference. And thanks for talking to us today. I'm Jenna with the Green Girl Minute. Thanks so much for tuning in.